Okay, the leather gloves go to the warrior. You enter the central courtyard of Rockridge Keep. Many soldiers are camped here. The Pact has been reinforcing Rockridge Keep, sending fresh troops and supplies. There are 3 towers around the courtyard, and a road leads up to the east toward the commander's headquarters. The recent attack has put them all in a state of shock. None of them thought that the rebels were strong and confident enough to strike at their base. Now they know different. Most of the warriors are young, but one aging man in a long robe sits by the walkway to the east. None of the younger soldiers go near him. Where's the... oh. What's over here? Can I pick more things up? Nah. Okay. There we go. Must be the aging old man. No. Yannick! There we go. Rockridge Keep was built around ancient ruins. The land of Linnaeus have an astonishing variety of fallen and forgotten empires. Just for the record, Linnaeus is everything. That's the whole world that we're in. And then there's all these different provinces of Linnaeus. The obelisk here is the last sign of one of them. It is covered with faint carvings, writings in a language long dead. A middle-aged Kellam man sits cross-legged before the stone, copying the markings onto a sheet of paper. His robe bears the symbol of Avadon, which would explain why none of the soldiers ever got close to him. When you approach, he rises and nods to Khalida. "Greetings, fellow hand." She returns the greeting, and he turns to you. "And to you, a Ramazan, is it? I have your description. I am glad to see you safely returned." You are a Hand of Avadon? I am. I came here with my colleague Khalida to investigate and to offer aid. I had to use my magical talents to deflect the assault. I should be an eye, alas, but my fire and ice has been deemed more useful than my insight. Khalida smiles. Grow accustomed to these little complaints. Yannick has a library of them. And I? The hands of Avadon fight, the eyes learn and spy, the hearts advise Redbeard. I feel I am more suited to the other tasks than the one I have been given, but it is not for me to choose. Tell me about this stone. Yannick immediately shows a level of interest and engagement completely absent from his prior conversation. Remarkable, is it not? It appears to be the last known message from some long-lost tribe of hill people. What does it say? No idea. Maybe a history. Maybe an explanation of why they died out. Or a story about how their young god king ate the sun. I will need access to the Library of Avadon to figure it out. You study this instead of defending the keep? No, I'll ask number 2. You study old cultures? Haha, Khalida laughs. Here we go. Yannick ignores this. I am a sage by choice, a Hand of Avadon by compulsion. If I am spared a few minutes to follow my true purpose, I will. You were forced to be a hand. Avadon, when in need, is allowed to conscript skilled warriors. One of the few powers left to Avadon in its broken state. Khalida clears her throat. Yannick sighs. But we are not supposed to discuss our affairs with outsiders. I have another question. Tell me about... what is your task here, actually? To act to aid the Pact and to scourge its foes. Beyond that, we have been given great freedom to choose how to act. Alas, we have found more activity than we expected. And I see that Khalida has already aided you. How have you found my colleague? It was an honor to travel with a Hand of Avadon. Really, most are terrified of us. We appreciate the flattery, to be sure. I have another question. Tell me about the attack. From my vantage point, it appeared to be a well-organized suicide. A few humanoids and young Wild Realm warriors, all hungry for glory, thought to attack this keep by surprise. And what happened? They underestimated our readiness. Most died. A few fled. The attack was a total failure, but more such attacks will follow. Did you aid in the defense? Yannick looks down at the notes on his lap. He sadly shakes his head. I killed. It is what I am reduced to. Khalida pats the aging man on the shoulder. He does his duty, but he is not a willing warrior. Okay, that's all for now, man. That sucks, Yannick. I hope we can travel together in a bit. He looks a lot younger in his picture than in his description. Than in the actual description of the character. He's supposed to be described as this old person. To the headquarters. Oh, look at these nice statues. Quite a nice little place. Law Carver Ain. Okay. There we go. And we are in the headquarters. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. A little bit of wine. Can I drink the wine? Oh, I can't drink it. Well, I'm just going to keep taking wine then. And pretend my character drinks the wine. Oh, look at this. Monitor Yutsua. There's a shadow walker standing at the head of this table, poring over maps and blade rosters intently. Through the slits of the traditional mask, you can see bags under her eyes. Since the keep was attacked, she has had very little sleep. She nods as you approach, though she doesn't move any of her papers aside. Welcome, Ramazan. We have not met, but I know of your little adventures up north. I am Monitor Yutsua, honored second in command to Commander Odil. I'd like to speak with you. I have already heard of your arrival. The commander would prefer that you report to him directly. He is in the hall to the west. When you are done there, I might be able to aid you. Alright. Commander Odil. Oh, there we go. What a nice... I like the characters with portraits like that. I think it adds a nice touch. You meet Commander Odil for only the second time. Your first meeting was very brief and brusque. After the introduction, you were sent to scout the hills to look for rebel incursions. This meeting, however, you have his full attention. He is an aging Kelem warrior with pale blonde hair rapidly shading to grey. He came from Kelem de Uriel, far to the north, to spend his life in the futile task of bringing order to the contested lands. He notes the presence of Khalida with a brief lip curl of disapproval. Then he turns to you. Ah, a Ramazan, is it? One of our scouts. He reaches for a pen. Tell me what is happening to the north. We were attacked. Ogres, wild realm warriors, and even a titan. You describe everything you saw in detail. Odil writes it down eagerly. Wild realm scouts, humanoids, and a titan? That is truly troubling. Widespread problems, far beyond what we expected. There is more I need to know. What do you need to know? You left here on a scouting mission with Silky. That was her name. Valuable scout. Did not return with you? What happened there? A titan struck Silky down, sir. Odil says, a titan. It would be hard to believe if two of those creatures hadn't just torn down our north gate. Was Silky slain? No. I don't know. The Titan hit Silky and carried off the body. Carried off. Very suspicious. If you learn anything new about Silky's fate, I want to know immediately. Enough reporting. Now we must act. Quickly and decisively. I'd like to talk more about Silky. I understand, and it is hard to lose a partner, and yet there are many more lives at stake. We need to act. Oh, okay, what now? Odil stops and thinks. He is unsure. An unfamiliar and unpleasant sensation. Then he remembers that Khalida is there. The idea comes quickly. It is time that Avadon earn its keep for the Pact. We will report this disaster to them. We will ask for more aid. We will see if we can awaken Redbeard from his slumber. But what will I do? You will be my envoy. There is a portal pylon to the south, old and inactive, but a hand of Avadon can restore it. It will take you to Avadon in a moment, and then you can get us the help we need. He looks at Khalida. And you, of course, will want to guide a Ramazan and make sure the message gets through. You and that sorcerer staring at the giant rock in my courtyard. Khalida takes a step forward. That is not our mission. We are here to help you. And that is how you can best help me. Protect the Ramazan and free me of your unwelcome presence. You don't want hands of Avadon here? Odil grins and leans back in his chair. I don't want them anywhere. Avadon's brutality and arrogance have outlasted their usefulness. But this is not the time to talk politics. Your message must get through, and the best way to guarantee it is for the hands to escort you. Khalida nods. I must admit, the course makes sense. Alright, what do I do when I reach Avadon? Tell Redbeard what has happened. See what little aid you can get. Then get back to me so that I can put you to productive work. What is a portal pylon? A magical stone which can send you to Avadon in an instant. Weeks of travel compressed into a moment. The stone is to the south. The hands can guide you there. I will get it done. That's the spirit. Good fortune, and I hope that Avadon does not corrupt you with its power madness. Go collect Yannick the sorcerer, and I will have the southern gate open for you. Go south, get to the pylon, report to Avadon, and return. Khalida says, I will make sure a Ramazan gets through, and then I will be back. You will not be rid of Avadon so quickly. Odil says, then go. I'm sure there's nothing else you need. Alright, we have our first mission of getting to Avadon, and which I'm very, very excited for because I have not been to Avadon. Let's look around a bit before we go. No use in running away so quickly. Board games. Oh, there's a book. Let's read it. This book is about the contested lands. This entry has been added to your codex. Okay, good. And I got 50 experience points, which is quite nifty. What's this way? Oh, that leaves. I didn't want to leave. No. No. Okay, we're going to have to go back. I'll take the lovely crystal. Back we go. Well, because if you're wondering, I want to talk to the Shadow Walker. Shadow Walkers, kind of like ninjas. Pretty cool. What's this way? Oh, it's a lavatory. Wonderful detail. I like that he's including washrooms again. I always loved washrooms in games because it's so weird when there's no washrooms anywhere, you know? Alright, monitor. Tell me about the current situation. The contested lands are full of rebels, bandits, and savage humanoids. Their fear of the Pact and Avadon has been lost. Our forces here are too weak to maintain order. The situation could hardly be worse. I'm going to Avadon. I see. I hope that you can obtain aid for us. However, you may have difficulty for political reasons. Political reasons? Our commander is a known foe of Avadon. Many mistrust the power of Avadon, of course, but most are quieter and more diplomatic. What do you think of Commander Odil's very vocal attacks on Avadon? He is a frank and passionate warrior, forced to sit at a desk writing reports. This leads to too much thinking and brooding on his part. It would be wiser if he could focus his energies on fighting the rebellion. These are good options. Odil should be sent to Avadon to learn firsthand the truth of what he is talking about. I think Odil should be reassigned to Battlefield Command. It is not my place to say, but since you mentioned it, his strengths are best suited for the battlefield. I would like to aid you. Is there anything I can do to help? Yutua starts to shake her head. Then she looks at the enormous pile of reports in front of her. I cannot distract you from your vital mission. However, so much remains to be done. I suppose, tell you some things I know about, for example, in the woods where you and Silky were attacked. There is a lumberyard there, abandoned by its owners. It has been taken over by wretches. If you were passing there and happened to destroy them, I could give you some useful assets from our stores. Why haven't you slain them? Excuse me. Because we are surrounded by foes, and because this particular group is protected by several turrets. It appears they found the stores of a tinker mage and put them to use. And if I don't have time, that is your decision. I only suggest, if you are consumed with bloodlust, ways that such a thirst might be profitably slaked. Alright, that's all for now. I like it. Ooh, what's upstairs? Can I go upstairs? Let's go upstairs. Ooh, there's another codex book. Oh, I've already gotten that one. It's the same one as the one downstairs. Guest quarters. Nope. What's this way? Nope. Those are special. You can't just go barging in there. What's this way? Commander's chambers. Ooh. It's fun that they use actual lockpicks this time instead of living tools. It's the same procedure, but different. Because they're not living tools. And I'm talking about Geneforge right now, if it didn't make any sense. In the game Geneforge, lockpicks are a magical, mystical creation called living tools. And it works the same way, where you need a specific amount. Ooh, look what I found! Oh, I found a secret passage! Our first secret passage. Moo, moo. What did we get? Oh, a bunch of animal skins and group heal. I will happily take it. Maybe we should do business in Avadon. We are going to have to go get... Oh, that leads away somewhere. Because I'm going to want to sell things and buy things, so I'll probably do that in Avadon. Like all settlements in or near the Kva, Rockridge Keep has its own copy of the Stone Code. The inviolable code of the Kva, binding peasant and king alike, carved into 4 stones. As the law evolves, painfully slowly over centuries, the stones are updated. Which explains why there is an aging woman of the Kva wandering around the stones, hammer and chisel in hand, tidying up the text. You watch